Peace. Good day. Blessings to all those maybe listening. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. I go by the off-grid trucker. I'm out here on these highways and byways. Right now I'm at a delivery here in Colorado. And just want to take the moment to salute all the truck drivers out here. All those that's out here on the byways and highways, risking their life every day to keep this economy going and rolling. I appreciate y'all. Someone haven't told y'all, I, the off-grid trucker, appreciate you. So just want to stop in for a moment to let those know that's and people wanted me to expand a little bit on the difference between my thoughts on being an owner operator, a lease purchase operator, and of course a company driver. Now I did both. I did all three. I had my own truck 2 times. I didn't have my own authority. I was running underneath people I know's authority, or that said company that was pulling for authority. I was in 2 lease purchase programs, and I've been a company driver. And now let me go back. Let me start from the owner operator. Now, owner operators today is totally different when you owner operators when I first started. And I had a cousin, rest in peace, cuz, who was my mentor, and he was in the game prior to me coming into the trucking. I want to say in the late 70s, he had dump trucks, he had limousine service, dump trucks, sold the dump trucks, and invested in semis. And he had like 4 trucks at that time. I drove one. It was a cab over. For those truck drivers out there that may be familiar with cab overs, that's what it was. I had a cab over. The one that got the flat nose on it. I was driving that. Where your bed is right here where my seat is. You know what I'm saying? You had to get over there and get in the bed. But anyway, he was my mentor. And he taught me the game. And for those that may be listening, find someone up in the game for a minute, and get some advice and some wisdom from him. So I started with him before I ever had my CDLs, and I ended up working with got my CDLs and started driving. I drove dump trucks for trash trucks. I drove dump trucks too with him. And I ended up getting my CDLs, drove trucks, trash trucks, and then I ended up going with Universal Soul Service. I was with them for a minute and transporting a different variety of equipments with them. Also, then I ended up getting my own, going with the company, getting my own truck. And at that time, it was pretty good money. Loose leaf logs I was running. There was no ELDs, electronic logs. That's ELD, electronic logs. There was no electronic log then, And honestly, there wasn't much regulations, as an owner operator. And fuel was low, parts was cheaper, wasn't all this death. There wasn't no death, They got death in all these trucks. If you're an operator, you got a death in there, delete it. I'm just telling you, 100. Delete that. because it's not going to do nothing but cause your truck to stay in the shop constantly. I've been with companies that had death. I stayed in the shop. I stayed broke down. Once they deleted it, I kept running. You don't need no death, honestly, unless you're going to California. And honestly, again, I wouldn't even go in no California. The way they're doing trucks out there in California, don't do it. But hey, do what you want to do. Because you're going to get in Cali, they're going to pay good. But guess what? Coming out, you might have to go all the way to Arizona, or to get a good load, a decent load, to get out of there. And that, hey, I digress. But then as an owner operator, I made pretty good money then. Stayed on the road, rolling, loads everywhere. I don't care if you're a van, reefer, flatbed, whatever division you was in, there was loads. And then, gas prices started to go up and things like that, and then it kind of offset your pocket a little bit, So it was good then. Now, as an owner operator, I wouldn't dare do it. A lot of owner operators that I know closing the doors because, for one, the freight is too low, or it's the price that these brokers is giving these drivers, and I'm not being discriminative, at all, but let me say this: a lot of people that's coming from other parts of the world, okay, they're taking these loads, cheap loads, and it's making it bad for everybody else. They're taking $1 a mile load, because they may have other intentions. Just keep it 100. A lot of these people come from other places. They're taking these loads because they're sending the money back to their country. I speak with I got quite a few friends that's from other countries, and that's what they say. They take the money where the dollar over here triple, quadruple their money over there in their country. So they really ain't hurting. Then on top of it, they got about 5 families staying in one house. So they can do that, right? So we over here so accustomed to one family in one house, paying all the one person or 2 people paying all the bills. And when they have 5 families in the house, to where one person can pay all the bills and the rest of the money can be invested somewhere else, which is smart. So they can take these dollar rates or $1.50. We out here, those is one household, family in one household. We got to get something $2.50, $3 a mile in order to see anything, right? So I wouldn't do it as an owner operator today. I wouldn't do it. The fuel is high, parts is high. You got one truck, it goes down, you down. What you gonna do for one truck? You got at least have 2. One go down, you got a backup. But a lot of people ain't rolling like that nowadays. Back in the days, they had that. Back in the days, you can go to Budget, you can go to these places that leases trucks, and you can get a truck for a week. Now it's hard. You got to put so much down, go through so much tape in order to get that. I wouldn't do it as an owner operator. I'm telling you, don't do it. You got to have credit cards. Credit cards, the interest of credit cards now skyrocketing. You know what I mean? You got to have an 800 credit score in order to get a credit card. You can't get a fuel discount card a lot of times now because the way the economy is, y'all. You got to think about this. Then you go with a company, they come in, people, I said a lot of people, Prime, Western Express, JB Hunt, and all these big carriers, they have lease purchase programs. Why? Because if anything happens to that truck, then they take out escrow. They got like $1,500. You got to pay an escrow. They taking out $100, $200 in your check. Something goes wrong with the truck. Yeah, you got money in your escrow, but guess what? Do a lot of people buy these trucks? No. What's the percentage? of those getting these lease purchase programs, because I was in one, and I didn't get near in truck. That was back in the days for near one of these companies. There was a couple people who may have, out of 100, it's probably 1 or 2 or 3, that stayed with them long enough in order to purchase a truck, But then something go wrong with a truck, you fix it. You fix it, right? So you got to be out here busting your ass on these roads in order to see anything. You think you drivers out here that's on the lease purchase program, you think they're home every week, every 2 weeks? A lot of them out here for months. They live in the truck. And they got death, and a lot of times the deaths acts up, and you in the shop. Yeah, I got money in my escrow. I got to pay for a tire. I got to guess what? Your escrow, every time you dip into your escrow, you got to pay back into your escrow in order to get that account back to where it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? That's not your truck. But they make it sound good. They make it sound real good. It make it sound so good for new drivers coming in. Oh yeah, you can be an owner-operator. Yeah. These drivers, oh yeah, I'm an owner-operator. But next thing you know, the truck go down, need a motor or something in there. Guess what? Yeah, they put them in another truck. But who gonna pay for that? You are. You're gonna stay on that road, and they're gonna keep eating into your damn money. If something happens, yeah, they're gonna give you a new truck. A lot of these new trucks, they ain't worth nothing. I'd rather have an old truck, no death, no regen, no none of that. I'm telling you. So, being at lease purchase owner operator today, you ain't gonna eat. They'll keep you on that road, and company drivers make more money than you. You just have the benefit of saying where you want to go, how you want to do it, and things like that. And that feel good moment as being an owner operator. But you're a lease purchase operator. You don't own that truck. You don't own it. They give you an impression that you own that truck, but you don't own that truck. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all. Yeah, they may make your first check look good. You may pick these loads up, they paying $2, $3 a mile. But guess what? They don't eat too. Everybody gonna eat off of you. Then you gonna get that check. Yeah, you may get a couple $100 more than the company driver, but the company driver gonna have to go through the stress. Like you gonna go through it. I'm telling you that now. I've been doing it for so long. I've been doing it for almost 25 years. I'm telling you, take my word for it. I ain't just out here just talking, just to talk. I'm telling y'all, don't be fooled by these trucks looking nice and looking good. Got everything, luxury TVs, microwave, refrigerators, outlets that you can plug your phone in, laptops, got the table back there, little kitchenette back there, turns into a sofa bed and all that. I did that, y'all. Don't be fooled by that, you new drivers. They coming to y'all school and pumping y'all's head up, but you don't got no old school like myself telling y'all, don't do it. It sounds good. It may even look good. It may even look good on paper, but until you start running, because guess what? These freights is shiesty out here, y'all. Y'all see it. Y'all be sitting. I go to truck stops. I see all types of vans, reefers, just sitting there, waiting for a load, taking anything. But guess what? All praise be to the Most High, the company that I'm with, due to the fact of my experience. You gotta have experience. You gotta bring something to the table. I'm not just a truck driver. You can't just be a truck driver, a steering wheel holder. You can't just be that. You gotta bring something to the table. I bring experience to the table, to any company that I'm with. And you can't bring that right now. So you go and jump into this lease purchase programs. Then you start in a month or two, you'll start saying, man, look, I can't do this no more. That's what you're going to say. I promise you're going to say that. Don't do it. So owner-operators, it's not good right now. This ain't the time to be an owner-operator, y'all. This ain't the time to be a lease purchase operator right now, y'all. Best thing for y'all to be is a company driver. Honestly. That way, you take all the stress and burdens off of you and put it on that company. Or something go down, you can be stressed out, you can be at a hotel. Guess what? You're going to dip into your funds. You're going to have to need a cash advance in order to stay at a hotel. Come on, man. For 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And guess what? You may not be compensated for it. Because why? You're an owner operator. You're not a company driver. so you don't get no downtime pay. Come on now. You ain't gonna find out until later. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. So that's my spiel. That's how I feel when it comes to owner operators today, lease purchase operators today, and company drivers. Is the way to go right now. Until the economy pick up, till the fuel drop a little bit, to where and these rates start picking up a little bit, I wouldn't do it. And if you have to, save this video, go back and listen to it when you decide that you want to become a lease purchase operator or an owner operator and a company driver. I'll go with the company driver all day, hands down, right now anyway. So hey, like, share, and subscribe, and send this to those that you know that's driving out there. You know, I don't care if it's dump truck, flatbeds, reefer, with your refrigerator unit, step deck, or whatever. Don't be a lease purchase. Don't get into a lease purchase program. That's what it is. It's lease purchase program. You're leasing the truck to purchase it later down the road. Guess what? The way things going, the way these prices going, there may not be no more trucking, y'all. Get your money as a company driver and just chill and relax and enjoy it. Because guess what? You don't got to look on the load boards, try to find a load. You don't got to worry about your truck need to go in the shop. Guess what? My truck go in the shop. Hey, I get another truck. I get breakdown pay. I sit too long, I get breakdown pay. I get detention pay. Right? You get benefits. Now, right now, you know, I'm 1099. That's the way to go if you want to go. 1099, not no W2. And I speak on that later. All right. So y'all stay blessed out there on these highways and byways. You know, stay aware and watch these 4-wheelers. And not only that, watch these semis, because some of these semis drivers are just as bad as these 4-wheelers. All right. So until next time, off-grid truck. Peace, love, and shalom.